One of the most interesting developments in Hotel Transylvania 2 is the arc of Mavis and Jonathan's kid Dennis. He starts the movie looking like a completely ordinary human child, and that's exactly what kicks off the whole conflict. There's a ton of expectation around him, especially from Dracula's side.
I'm a bat. I'm a bat. I'm a bat. I'm a bat. I'm a bat.
A real bat.
I'm a bat.
Drac becomes increasingly worried that Dennis might not inherit the vampire side of the family, which matters a lot to him because he sees it as part of their family heritage. For Dracula, Dennis isn't just his grandson, he's the next link in a long vampire lineage, and the idea that Dennis might turn out fully human feels like losing that legacy. Meanwhile, Mavis doesn't want Dennis to be forced into becoming something he's not.
We've been talking about moving. Somewhere safer for Dennis. Maybe where Johnny grew up in California. I'm sorry, but you can't just make somebody something they're not.
She's protective in a different way. She's not thinking about legacy or tradition, she's thinking about what's best for Dennis as a person. This is basically the whole conflict of the film. It all revolves around Mavis believing the hotel is too dangerous for Dennis because she's convinced he's just a normal human child. She wants to find another place to raise him, somewhere safer and more suited to a human kid. That puts her directly at odds with Dracula, who's dead set on proving Dennis belongs in the monster world. Dracula becomes so focused on what Dennis might become that he struggles to appreciate who he already is. He pushes training, he sets up situations to trigger his vampire side, and he treats every little moment like it's proof Dennis is a vampire in the making. But in doing that, he misses the fact that Dennis is already a complete person, whether he has fangs or not. He's curious, he's sweet, he's trying to make sense of the world around him, and none of that depends on whether he can fly or turn into a bat. And for Dennis, none of this makes sense. He doesn't understand why everyone is so concerned. He's not thinking about vampire heritage or family expectations, he's just reacting to the people around him, trying to please his grandpa, and wondering why his mom suddenly wants to move away. Once the truth comes out, everything gets way harder for Dennis. Mavis discovers that her father was trying to force Dennis to become a vampire and was putting him in danger while she was away. That revelation hits hard because it shows just how far Dracula was willing to go to make Dennis fit his idea of what a vampire should be.
Please, maybe, don't leave.
Maybe you've let humans into your hotel, Dad. But I don't think you've let them into your heart.
From that point on, the whole situation around Dennis becomes even more intense. Everyone starts discussing whether he has powers or not, whether he's a vampire or just a regular human. He decided to run away from the whole situation because it was too much for him to handle. That moment was the breaking point. It showed just how overwhelming all those expectations and arguments had become for him. Then comes the moment that changes everything. His friend gets hurt, and that's when his powers finally show up. He didn't have fangs before, but in that instant, he grows them, becomes extremely powerful, and does exactly what you'd expect from Dracula's grandson. He taps into that vampire strength when it really matters, protecting someone he cares about. That single moment makes it clear that he does have the vampire side in him. When everyone sees this, the whole idea of leaving the hotel because it was too dangerous for him gets thrown out completely. All that pressure around him disappears in an instant. Mavis no longer feels like she needs to move away. Dracula stops pushing so hard, and the whole conflict that drove the film just dissolves. Dennis goes from being this uncertain kid caught in the middle of a family debate to being the proof that he belongs in the monster world.